got yourself something funky.
But it's only me and there's nobody else here. It's Sunday and it's time when we find out what Corin Sloss has been up to. But right now he's gone off to go and check. Oh no, he's back, so we're going to bring him in. Glad to see Stu Walker, dude. Hello. Stu's doing the tagging. We're going to bring in Corin Sloss.
Yeah, my dinner's done just in time. I'm eating with you today.
Well, I'm going to zoom in like that.
Aha! Nice.
Big heads.
So, you want to see what we're trying today?
Evening, James, dude. We can jump straight into it if you want, or we can say
I have a bottle here.
What's that bottle?
Wouldn't you like to know? No, we're trying Balefire hot sauce today.
Right, I noticed that bottle's open, so you've already tried it.
Yeah. I've tasted the bunch of them.
All right. I'm interested to see what you think of these, because this was one of our best finds of last year.
So this is the Get Swifty, which is their black bean mild one. A lot thinner than I thought it would be. I'm not going to tilt that to the camera, but I will at least try and bring it on so you can get a little bit of a view of the edge, maybe.
Describe the smell off the spoon.
It's very much black bean. It's rich, it's beany, it's a little bit salty. It's what you'd expect.
Yep.
But flavor-wise, there's a touch of red wine in there, maybe from the vinegar, I don't know.
They do make their own vinegars.
Yeah, and they don't state what vinegar goes into it, but that definitely has a red wine taste to it. And there's definitely a bit of heat in the throat. Not too much, but it's definitely there. Some nice woody spices to it. And yeah, very rich black bean.
Can you tell you just said you loved everyone so far?
So that's clearly not what it's meant for. It's clearly meant for your Chinese dishes and your meats and stuff. Oh, actually, they do mention burger on the back here, huh?
The Dels just said they also make their own beer. They don't just make their own vinegars, they make their own beers too.
Yeah, they made their own everything to go into these, it seems. So that was the first one of the bunch. Then next up, we have their brand new one, the Tortuga, which is Caribbean style with cane rum. I understand it's habanero, but let me just double check that. Yeah, 18% habanero.
If anybody's a fan of computer games, I do believe Silent Hill, one of the places in there was Tortuga Bay.
Wouldn't surprise me. It's a very popular place in fiction in general.
Didn't know that. So that looks thicker.
Yeah, this is a little bit thicker. It's not overly thick still, but I can get a little bit of a tilt on it without it dropping out completely. And it is yellow peppery, but it's also quite sharp, quite oniony, and there's a woody spice in the end there.
Lekida Arena.
Again. Which I'm guessing is probably the allspice. I don't get too much of the rum, but maybe that's just me.
What flavour do you get first, or stronger?
There's a lot of the yellow pepper in there, but it is also very much sort of sharp, oniony, a bit acidic. Might be the oranges and stuff in here. I'm not really sure. But I figured I'd make myself some macaroni cheese to have this on.
Macaroni cheese? Now, I was thinking more of a salad dressing when you were describing it.
Yeah, I could see that actually, but I figured specifically a macaroni cheese with a nice bit of cinnamon leaf in it, though you could always use bay and a bit of nutmeg if you prefer.
Irene has just informed me she's got something she's going to send to you to try.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I guess we'll see that soon then, won't we?
But now we need to know, was the ooh from what we've just said, or was the ooh from what you've just ate?
Oh, that wasn't what you just said, but I am enjoying this still. I'm just excited for more arena stuff.
Always. So it definitely looks like it goes well with the pasta.
Yep. Definitely helps cut through the cheese a bit and pairs well with that cinnamon leaf in there. And yeah, that was what I wanted to do with that. I may come back to that main course in a moment, but I have a few other things to try out as well. And this one, you can see, is pretty empty.
I was going to say there's not much of that one left.
This is their critical masala. It's a little bit milder than the Tortuga because the Tortuga does have a good habanero heat to it. This one, it's 9% habanero rather than the Tortuga's 18. But same chili. And yes, you can just twist the wax off. I'll show you a spoonful of this. This one's a little bit thicker again. See some actual seeds in there. Or at least I can. I don't know if you can.
Before you put it in your mouth, smell it and tell me what you smell first.
A little bit sweet, a little bit tomatoey, I think.
Sweet and tomatoey.
Tasting it, it's less tomatoey, but it does have a ketchupy quality. I'm assuming the fruitiness of the IPA helps the sugar and vinegar come across like that. And then, yeah, it's got a nice habanero-y red pepper quality to it. And it's got some dry spices at the end. Nice Indian ones. I figure this actually might make quite a nice marinade.
I was actually thinking it would go well on a sandwich.
There's some paneer skewers. Now, I could have used chicken, but obviously everyone says everything goes with chicken. And I've had enough of taunting Melvin.
Pretty does go well with chicken, though, doesn't it?
We're doing paneer today, but as you can see, I might have grilled it a little too high, maybe a little lower and slower would have been better, but I was on a bit of a tight schedule, and I do quite like the char still.
He did have to keep running off camera to keep checking it.
The spices work great with the cheese. There's a hint of sweetness, but also the actual spice of the habanero. I think that genuinely works really well.
Well, that was the fastest I've sat and watched the skewer cleared.
Mm-hmm.
Are you hungry by any chance, dude?
Yeah, I saved all my food for on camera, so I am.
Best way.
Haven't eaten yet tonight.
That could backfire, though, if you come across something a bit hotter than you expected.
Yeah, the last one of these is going to be a bit strong.
We'll wait till you've eaten a fair bit then, because...
Oh, I just forgot I left my milk in the fridge.
That's okay.
Get that if things go
you
wrong.
You can run off and get that, because it's best to have it close by.
I'll get that before the final one, but the next one shouldn't be too bad. The next one is Where the Wild Roses Grow, which is another habanero one. It's a habanero sweet chili. So I was expecting this to taste like a habanero sweet chili. It doesn't.
Is this the one that tastes like honey?
This is the one that tastes like Turkish Delight.
Ooh, don't think I've had this.
It is more syrup than sauce, almost.
It looks bordering on jellyish.
Yeah, there's a lot of Thai sweet chilies too, but flavor-wise, the rose really comes through, so does the sweetness. There is a nice bit of lemon in there, though, that you don't get in your Turkish Delight normally. Or ingredients list says lime, but it tastes like lemon to me.
Adele's saying she needs this one.
You do get a she might be habanero as well, but the rose, the Turkish Delight quality, definitely what comes through the most by far.
What would you have that with?
So that was Yeah, the first thing I thought when I had that is, what the hell would I have this with? Because it is so unlike anything else. And I'm not sure with the amount of citrus in that I'd necessarily want it with ice cream. But, and I remembered one of my favorite Indian desserts. I don't know if you've come across these. These are gulab jamun. They're basically you take powdered milk and you use that to make a dough, which then forms a dumpling that you fry in syrup.
That sounds
And
really
often the
nice.
syrup's flavored with either cardamom or rose or a bit of both. So I figured, let's add a little more. See how this works out.
That actually sounds weirdly nice. Only one way to know though.
One second.
Looks like
Get into that properly.
looks like it might need a bit more honey or something over the top just to sweeten it a bit further.
Maybe. I don't think I want to go for too much more of this sauce just because it is quite intensely floral.
Yeah.
Interestingly, the habanero comes through a lot more when it's on something like this.
I think
You
you're
get
on
that
the
fruity
right
quality
idea.
as well as the floral. And it's very different to how I'm used to my gulab jamun tasting, but that is quite nice. That is definitely one use of where the wild roses grow.
Definitely not have that one, Adele. Yes, we will have to order one. I agree with you.
Well, if you come up with any more ideas for it, let me know, because
I think your idea there was quite good. I just think that I might have to add a bit more syrup or something just to sweeten it, or a bit of cream or something to go with. I don't know.
well, these do come with a bit of syrup of their own, but I drained that off in the hopes that this would replace it.
See, you maybe should have left that with them. And,
Yeah, I maybe should have left a little bit more on, but
yeah. So where did you get those from?
these were from just a local supermarket. I have a lot of Indian places near me. But I don't know, look around, see what you can find. The final thing is I'm going to grab my glass of milk real quick because the next one is going to be hot.
You grab that one. While you're doing that, I'm going to scroll back and try and catch some comments. Well, I am if I've got my mouse to work. Yep, there we go. My mouse to work. Alright. I noticed James was agreeing with. He said Assassin's Creed was where Tortuga Bay. So he agreed with Corin that it is actually in quite a lot of fictional places. I don't know if it is a real place. Right. Where are you going? Please tell me I didn't miss the instruction on pouring milk from a bat. No, I don't think you missed that. I don't think there's any milk from a bat.
Right, my milk is at the ready. I can't hear myself. Why can I not hear myself? What am I doing? Oh, there we go. There we go. Things are better now. Just messed with my headphones somehow.
Welcome back. There's the milk.
A tiny sip of the milk. And then set that off wherever I can find space for it on the table.
While you're having a sip of the milk, I'll have a sip of mine.
I don't have much of desk space anymore. So many hot sauces and meals. What we have here, the Some Like It Naga, which I assumed would be ghost pepper, but looking at it, no. Fermented Naga Viper. Officially, I think it might still be the third hottest chili in the world.
Not sure.
Did I get the Canadian milk? I'm afraid not. It takes a long time for things to come from Canada. So this one is apparently 21% Naga Viper, as well as some undisclosed amount of pepper. Then onion, garlic, beer, which contains gluten, vinegar, lemon, sugar, ginger, spices, salt, olive oil, and xanthan gum. So yeah, 21% Naga Viper. Let's see how it is. This one, you can tell it's a lot thicker than all the others.
That's the xanthan gum.
Well, it'll be a bit the xanthan gum, but it's also a lot the peppers. So yeah, there you can see just how high it sits on my spoon, which is kind of a problem. It means I'm having a lot of it.
Kevin's got this one to try.
Light hints of cumin. Definitely got that sort of fragrant, super hot quality to it. Got some elements of the ghost, maybe some elements of the scorpion. The Naga Viper tends to have bits of both. I'm not getting that little bit of green I normally get from the Naga Viper, though. And yeah, this is very much a pep forward. There's the hiccups. Took a moment, but it's there. Very much a pepper forward sauce. I looked at what it says here, and they're saying pizza and arrabbiata and stuff for it. Yeah, just let's make a really nice pasta sauce.
Yeah.
But you probably don't want to use too much.
And I'm going to say what I normally say. It also goes in sausage casserole.
Yes, it would.
Where Kevin Tilly has his chicken nuggets, I have my sausage casserole sauces.
What's the heat like? It's not the absolute hottest I've had. There are definitely stronger super hot sauces out there, but it's also definitely considerably more than your average ghost pepper sauce. It's somewhere in the middle between your ghost and your reaper. It is... Oh, I'd say it's probably the second hottest Naga Viper sauce I've had. It's not absolute pure chili. There is other stuff in there with it, but it's still way up there. It's still definitely Naga Viper.
What flavors came through as well?
I was describing that as I was having it.
Could you not actually pick out without looking at the bottle?
Right. You can have the bottle over there to see that I'm not looking at it.
It's
Yeah.
your description of which one's.
I mean, it's peppery. There's definitely elements of the various super hots that make up the Naga Viper. So your ghosts, your scorpions, that sort of thing. It's got a lot of that fragrant super hot quality to it. A little bit of cumin, and I don't know, maybe it's the beer, maybe it's something else in it, but it is quite not sweet.
It's
Dry, as some people would put it.
And
I don't think it's particularly tomatoey, but it's the sort of flavor that would mix well into something that is.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what I get from that. It is the least interesting flavor-wise of the bunch, just because it's so much the pepper and not that much else. But it's a good Naga Viper sauce.
It's a sauce that goes in something rather than on something.
Yeah. The others are all much more on something than this is.
Yeah. Standalone on. It's like Tabasco. People always misuse Tabasco. They always go like that, try it, and think, yeah, that's not very good. But if you chuck it in things...
If you chuck it in things, it's all right, but it's still not anything too special.
No, but when you actually taste Tabasco, you try to take it out the spoon. That's horrible. That's just...
Oh, yeah, you don't want a spoonful
of Tabasco. What the hell are you doing with that? If
I mean,
you put it in things, it does...
let me quickly grab that one I had a while back.
I agree, Irene. It sounds like it needs to go into stews, casseroles, anything where you just need to add that little bit of kick, a bit of goulash. Anything with beer in must be reviewed with a chug. All right, Kevin. I'm only drinking milk, mate. And he's gone again. While he's gone, next week on Wacky Wednesday, Frank is not going to be here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do things a little bit different.
I can't find it right now, and I'm not going to waste your time looking, but If you remember
Get his
the
headphones on.
if you remember the Hot Ones Classic Pepper X edition that I had a little while back, where I had my whole pre-prepared speech about how much I was enjoying it over this, that, the other, and then had it on a spoon and just went because it was just so vinegar forward on the spoon. It was not a sauce that worked well on its own. It was one that worked well with a cheesy dish like I have here.
Oh, I'm just being told off by Stu Walker for suggesting putting something as an additive to goulash.
Well, is that things shouldn't be added to goulash, or is that goulash shouldn't be added to things?
Goulash made right really doesn't need anything added to it. I understand where he's coming from, but me personally, I have to add things to goulash because I'm not good at making it.
Yeah, that's goulash made right, as you say.
Yeah.
Plus, a little bit of extra paprika or something never going to hurt. If you get a good paprika heavy sauce, then maybe.
That's how I feel about steak. Patrick doesn't need any fanciness on it. Just cook me the steak.
Yeah, but would you really knock a good peppercorn sauce like Riot?
No, I have the peppercorn sauce. I just put that over my chips. But the steak itself, I have.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it's just the steak. I don't want anything doing to it. I don't want it seasoning in any way. Just cook me the steak.
Understandable.
As I was saying earlier, next week on Wacky Wednesday, we have no Frank. Reek will not be with us because he's doing some fundraising stuff for Ukraine, I believe. And he's going to go and rescue some animals, some birds from the Ukraine. And that's what he's fundraising for. So, instead of Reek presenting next week, we're going to have a very special guest presenter that's coming in to do something really, really special. And she's going to be supporting Wacky Wednesday all the way through next week. It's Irina Lagerski herself, a bit of a pickle.com. So this is going to be interesting. Anybody that wants to join into Wacky Wednesday, let us know, and it could be fun.
See Adele in the comments there saying that Stephen Dixon stuff is lush. And yeah, Stephen Dixon makes some amazing sauces, but also do check out Balefire because they're great too. I'm thoroughly enjoying them tonight.
Balefire was our lucky find last year. We already knew of the other company, but Balefire was a new upcoming company, and we found them last year, and it was like, yep, you stand out. They are spot on sauces.
Yeah, I mean, I bought 4 things from them. One of them broke. They sent me 2 replacement ones. Every single thing I've got from them has been great.
Yep. Brilliant company. And they're also local to us. They're from Durham, I believe.
I will double check that, but Newton Aycliffe DL5.
Newton Aycliffe, yeah. Very close by. We must pop in at some day. So,
Might see a live death. I don't think so. Not today, anyway.
no, I'm not planning on doing nothing.
You know, there are some real hot things here, but, well, there's something like Inaga is really hot, but it's not extract level or anything. It's not a game ender.
What's that you eating now?
Just the macaroni cheese with the tortuga again.
It looked like it was cauliflower.
Nope. Although, a nice roast cauliflower with it wouldn't go badly either.
I'm giving you ideas. I need to shut up. You're supposed to give us them, not the other way around.
Yeah, both work.
Just lean back a bit. I'm Black Death Tin will be with Kev by midweek. Ooh, Pete Sullivan sent something down to Kev. Yeah,
I'm
Wacky
not
Wednesday,
sure
Irina.
what Pete's saying there, but something.
He's just sent something. Sent some of the Black Death Tink down to Kev.
Black Death Tink. Any relation to the Black Death sauce?
Don't think so.
Shame, because that was good.
Still available too.
Black garlic and reaper.
That black garlic seems to have took off a lot recently, doesn't it?
Yeah, I heard about it a few years back, and just this is weird, and wasn't into it. And then suddenly everybody started cooking with it, and I tried some of that, and weirdly, it makes fantastic brownies.
What?
All right, you wouldn't think garlic and brownies. Garlic and chocolate, terrible idea, but black garlic, it's cooked so long that it burns off all the aromatic bits and just leaves the sort of rich balsamic-y base notes. And that works so much better.
I'm not 100% convinced this is something I am actually going to have to see and experience. In fairness, Adele makes beetroot brownies, and I wasn't 100% convinced on those until you try one, and then, yeah. The
Chili of the Valley Black Death sauce, Honza.
Yeah, Chili the Valley Black Death sauce.
And yeah, I know garlic brownies sound awful, and I would never do it with regular garlic. But I found a recipe for it with black garlic, and it is remarkably good.
That I am going to take some convincing on. I am going to have to try
Also,
it.
I was quite worried for a while because I thought I'd murdered one of the local squirrels.
What? How do you murder one of the local squirrels?
It turns out I didn't, but I looked into it, and I'm not sure how that squirrel survived. We definitely fed it a lethal amount of chocolate.
Fair enough.
Because as nice as black garlic brownies are, when you make them with the Black Death sauce, there's only so many you can eat before you're completely stuffed and they start to go stale.
And you chuck them out for the squirrels.
And so, yeah, we chucked them out for the birds because, you know, birds are fine with chili. They don't feel it. And then the squirrels started nicking them. And I just went, wait a minute. Family, you can't feed brownies to squirrels. They're full of chocolate. It's lethal to small mammals.
Obviously, the squirrels enjoyed it.
Back.
You said they obviously enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I then did a bit of research on it, and it turns out that the star anise quality of the black garlic is something that squirrels are just genetically addicted to. Apparently, there's some wood that has a similar scent and contains grubs that are really full of protein. And so it's just hard-coded into squirrels to eat things that smell like that.
You really do your research, don't you?
When I do, I really do, yeah. It was a strange one to look into, but it explains some things.
I can't say nothing because I do look into rather weird paths. Some things you're better off not knowing where they come from, like certain coffees, but...
Yes, those.
Yeah, it's just sometimes you're better off not going looking.
Yeah, I did know a guy in the past who was really into feeding people that coffee. Or at least pretending to feed people that coffee because he couldn't afford it. It's highly expensive.
Yeah, but we do learn something new each week, Patrick, dude. Usually me. Stu just said Duke ate loads of chocolate and now he's a chocoholic. It didn't hurt him anywhere. It's weird. But he also ate all the tinfoil as well, and that didn't hurt him anywhere neither.
Yeah, he's a weirdly sturdy dog. No, Stu, not goat crap coffee.
It's not
cat
goat,
crap coffee.
It's cat. I'm not sure that makes it any better, like.
No, it doesn't. But...
I think I might have preferred
Actually,
the goat.
does. Most people prefer not goat.
At least the goat only actually eats vegetable matter, where the cat...
Oh, true.
All sorts and...
True, there could be anything in that cat.
Yeah, Right, okay, Del. We'll give you that one the test at some point, but it's very expensive stuff.
Well, in the meantime, if you want some other crazy coffee, people who do psycho juice apparently do some insanely strong stuff. So, if you want coffee that is apparently guaranteed to make you see optical illusions, there you go.
Not for me,
Wouldn't
thanks. Not for me.
No, I'm not a heavy coffee drinker either.
I get my heart goes like that.
I like a little
Coffee's
bit
too
of coffee
strong.
with my red chili sauces, but I don't like it as a main flavor.
There you go. Somebody actually knows exactly what we were talking about there. The civet cat.
There we go. Yeah, so I hear. I do hear it tastes a bit chocolatey.
Sometimes it's just best not known how it was produced.
Yeah.
Especially when you work out that you've just paid nearly £300 for a little bit of coffee.
No. Usually it's better to know why you've paid £300 for a bit of coffee.
Not when you find out it's because it's been passed through a cat.
Maybe.
You're probably
Maybe.
better off not knowing. Yeah, that rocket fuel, I can't touch that.
That's all I've got for today. The Get Swifty was probably my favorite of the bunch, but I also did really like the Critical Masala.
Well, we can guess you like the critical masala on the background of the bottle's nearly empty.
Well, part of that was a large part of that was marinating my paneer, but it did also go over chips and burger last night, so
I need to try that critical masala because I think I missed that one out.
I wasn't sure what to expect from it, but I have liked it a lot. And then, yeah, the Where the Roses Grow, definitely the most unique thing I've had in a long time.
That's another one. So Adele's sat there writing these down. Hi, Dan.
Going to continue enjoying that with my gulab jamun off camera when we're done, but not sure what I'm going to do with it after that. Because they do say stuff like put it on pizza or pasta. I'm just like, really? You'd put rose on your pizza?
No, I wouldn't.
Crazy people.
That one's going to be something where you're going to have to play with to find out what really, really works with. But it's so interesting that. Well, Adele wants a bottle and I'm curious, so we're going to have to get one.
Appreciate it, Stu.
Yeah, we were very careful with how we describe that cat coffee.
And then, yeah, the Tortuga was a nice flavor, went well with my macaroni cheese. And the Some Like It Naga is just a way to heat up all sorts of tomatoey sauces, basically. But all five have been goodies. Would recommend Balefire. Definitely. Do they have a website on the bottle? Of course they don't have a website on the bottle. And that's the bit of research that I didn't do.
We'll just
I'm sure I have their website open in one of my
minus
notes.
4 points to Corin.
Yeah, I'm sure I have their website open in a tab somewhere, but that's somewhere.
But they are also in the group, so give them a shout.
Yeah, you'll find them.
Might actually have it on a banner, pretty certain. Let me have a look, just in case. No, I don't.
Oh, that's weird. They're balefire.uk. No co. Ooh, that's a good point, Adele. Yes. Toast some marshmallow with this. I can definitely see that working.
Right, you won't convince me I can't stand marshmallow.
Oh, if you can't stand marshmallow, then it's not going to work for you, certainly.
You won't convince me. You've got more chance of me putting it over a toffee apple. And I can't bite those neither. But watching me try to eat a toffee apple is quite funny. It's like trying to watch a seal catch a ball.
Yeah, or that at all. Anyway, we end it there?
I suppose we should. I
feel like I've run out of things to say.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, dude. So that was Coron Sloss. A little reminder of next week on Wacky Wednesday, like I say. We won't be on with the usual schedule of Reek. What we'll be doing is we'll be having Irina Legarski from A Bit of a Pickle. She'll be hosting it for us. I'll be sticking around just for laughs and giggles. And we'll be having a little bit of a pickle with a little bit of a giggle. I'm going to get myself out of here because, well, I'm talking balls now. See you later, guys. Bye.